third point, right? So now what I mean is, can you always reach out to someone who already exists in that field they're looking to break into? So say for example, a student, I want to break into data analytics. Do I have other professionals in that space already that I can speak to and like give me scenarios of how, let's say, SQL is being used on a day-to-day basis, or how to use Excel on a day-to-day basis? What are certain scenarios that come up? What are interview questions that come out as well too? Because now you are actually learning from a direct. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're just stopping by for the first time, you're most definitely welcome. My name is Chinwe and I'm so excited to be joining you in today's video, right? And in today's video, I have like a few things to talk about in terms of whether bootcamps are actually worth it. So is it also like worth the money spent as well too? Also understand that it's coming from a tutor at a bootcamp, so I can literally put myself in the place of a tutor as well as in place of a student, right? I'll just be sharing with you how to literally evaluate your choices when it comes to even selecting a bootcamp. I wrote a list of things on my phone and I'll be highlighting this with you. So things around what's in a bootcamp, examples of bootcamp that are currently present in some certain regions of the world, the cost of bootcamp as well too, and how to even evaluate whether it's worth it as well too, right? Also what to even look for in a bootcamp, very important. Also in terms of what to expect as well too in a bootcamp, right? So if you're looking to go into like starting with a bootcamp, I would sort of like highlight it, and also how to like get the best out of a bootcamp pretty much, and also like just giving you an overview as to whether it's actually worth it from my point of view. Fundamentally, it's actually important to understand what bootcamps are, right? So bootcamps are more like trainings, right? More or less like actually intense trainings that helps you to learn new skills most of the time, right? And in this context, it's literally like technical skills, right? And the whole point of this is to either learn new skills or improve already existing skills, as well as also soft skills as well. So things like resume writing, right? That's a soft skill that you also learn in a bootcamp as well too. And one of the major advantage of bootcamp sort of is that it provides you with a reward experience, and in some bootcamp it also tells you the fact that you can also land a job placement after you're done with your bootcamp, right? So that's literally a few features you would see or benefits of even starting out with a bootcamp, right? So it's more like an intensive training for whoever wants to get started in a particular field, right? To learn technical skills or soft skills like resume writing, presentation skills for a data analyst, right? How to think critically as a data analyst, right? And it sort of like stimulates the real world experience for you while you're doing the bootcamp as well too. And the whole point of bootcamp in some sense is that is also for those who are looking to land a job in that particular field. So you're learning as well as you're doing it in a more like intensive and structured way, and that is pretty much what the bootcamp pretty much does. So now moving on, I'm going to speak about like the examples of bootcamps, right? And I'm just going to speak from the places I have been to. First of all, Nigeria, and even here in Canada or even the US, right, North America. So in Nigeria, there are like a couple of bootcamps, online bootcamps, on-site bootcamps. One very popular one that we all know have University. University is a coding bootcamp where you also learn as well too. We have semicolon as well. To have a friend who actually went there and learned, I think, front-end engineering, I guess. Also we have Student. So Student is also a very well-known and renowned bootcamp as well. So Student literally also like matches you to jobs where you're learning, and they have like different learning pathway, right? There's data science, also one of them, amongst all other courses you also learn. So pretty much one thing you should understand is that some of these bootcamp, if you've noticed, is that there's a promise of just job placement when you're done actually learning with them, right? So we have like Decagon as well too. And it's very important to note that sometimes bootcamp can span from like 3 months to like a year, right? But in most instances actually a year, and that's one thing that is really like familiar with most bootcamps. For those in Canada as well as for those in the US, there are also a couple of bootcamps that I know of. The very first one that I'm speaking about is Lighthouse Lab. I know someone who actually went through this particular bootcamp, and he literally like 10x the salary from switching from what he was doing to front-end engineer, right? I also know that even right now he has even increased his salary band by also like increasing in terms of like job role and job title, and he learned, I think, for like a year in Lighthouse, I guess, and he's currently a software engineer. So there's that potential of you actually getting a job when you're done with bootcamp, which is a very good one. This also benefits those who are actually coming from a non-traditional background. So for those who do not have like a computer science degree, so maybe something that you want to take advantage of, right? Also, there are also a couple. There's General Assembly. There's quite a number of bootcamps in Canada, right? There's Green Station, there's Lighthouse, there's General Assembly, there's Juno College, there's Lee Wagon at Montreal, there's Lighthouse Labs that is actually located almost everywhere in Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and the likes. There's We Cloud Data, right? And there are literally a lot of bootcamp here in Canada. So these are a few bootcamps that you want to consider if you're looking to learn in a particular bootcamp. So now to the most important part of this video, which is what to look for in a bootcamp, right? And note this, I'm actually telling you from a tutor point of view. So I am literally like giving you like the most important thing to look out for in a particular bootcamp, right? And the first point is, I would say, look out for a bootcamp that has a structured learning pathway. Very important, right? Where they're literally taking you from the basics to ground up. You need to understand that whether you're going to a bootcamp that is 1 year, for example, right? In this 1 year, in terms of like in each month, what are you learning in each month? What courses are you learning? What's the structure of the learning? What is the communication as well to write? Are there projects you have to work on as well to write? These are a few things you need to actually consider for a bootcamp. Really important, structured learning pathway, because you don't want to be in a bootcamp where there's sort of no structure, you don't know how to communicate. Is there like an academic team? Are there even professionals as well to the bootcamp that can literally like guide you if you have questions as well to write? Are there projects you can work on? So like, is it structured? Very important, because that way you're also able to plan your time effectively well based on this commitment you're making in that particular bootcamp. Then the second point I would say is, from my point of view, guys, is because I mean, is it free? So now understand what I mean by like, is it free, right? Companies literally like sponsor certain people in terms of like gender, race, and the likes, right? Is there a possibility that that's the case? Or also, aside that, is there also a possibility that it is free, so you only get to pay when you land the job? So that's like a revenue sharing sort of model, right? So would you be able to only pay when you land the job? So say for example, the bootcamp is about let's say 20,000 USD or CD. That's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money, right? And it's coming from someone who has no degree or who has no like background, right? So question is it worth investing that amount of money on the onset? Yes, granted, it may make sense, but do you want to pay it outright, right? Or do you rather want to pay it once you've already gotten the guaranteed job? That is very important. So this is my own point of view. Free in the context of ensuring that you only get to pay when you land the job. That's one thing I would say you should look for, actually, from my point of view, right? Also, you want to understand or want to find out if there are also like professionals or academic tutors that actually lead these classroom sessions. Now that's the third point, right? So now what I mean is, can you always reach out to someone who already exists in that field they're looking to break into? So say for example, I'm a student, I want to break into data analytics. Do I have other professionals in that space already that I can speak to and like give me scenarios of how, let's say, SQL is being used on a day-to-day basis, or how to use Excel on a day-to-day basis? What are certain scenarios that come up? What are interview questions that come out as well too? Because now you are actually learning from a direct source and not just learning like from the website or from, you know, a general from general public. You are learning from people who are already in that particular space. I actually picking from their brain, if that makes sense. You understand, because it's more like a direct one-to-one knowledge. Also, in terms of, do you have academic people as well? So like, let's say you're learning a particular course and this is like more technical, right? Do you have people on standby readily available to answer your questions as well too? That is also very important when you're looking for a bootcamp. Also, this now brings me to my fourth point, I believe, and that is community. If you've come to this part of this video, guys, ensure to like and share and subscribe as well too. Let's get as many people who are looking to make a decision regarding selecting a very good bootcamp to watch this video and also sort of like inform their decisions, I guess, right? So ensure to please click the like button, ensure to also subscribe, share, and also, you know, also ensure that you also have like your notification bell button also turned on as well, so you're also notified when a new video comes up, right? So thank you so much, guys, and please ensure to do all this. Do they have a strong community, guys? I cannot even see, guys, I think I speak about this a lot and I feel like I cannot really like overemphasize the importance of community, frankly speaking. Like, it is so important to be in a group of like-minded people who want to attain a certain goal, either landing a job or just upskilling their current career, right? It is actually important that in the bootcamp, there's a strong and solid community, I would say, right? Because you want to ensure that regardless when you have issues, you have either students like you who are also going through that same issue but have found a way to actually learn from it and also have a solution to it. Very important, because they literally strengthen you and you're able to ask questions, answer questions as well, and also improve your learning as well too. So it's actually important that this bootcamp you're considering actually have a very strong community. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you actually enjoyed this video, please ensure to give a thumbs up, as well as also comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, right? If you're a person looking to break into data analytics, would you want to go into the route of actually going through bootcamp? And if not, why not? Please, I want to know. Comment in the comment section of my channel, right? And let's have this conversation going, right? Also, what bootcamp have you probably enrolled into, or are you currently enrolled into as well? So, and what is your take about it? Is it worth the time spent, what the investment as well? So, how is it like? What's like your day-to-day itinerary like as a student, right, in a bootcamp? I really want to know as well too. So ensure to like, share, subscribe, and also comment as well too. Until next time, see you in my next video, guys. Bye.